to grow your accounting firm because you are the bottleneck. You're doing everything. And even if you have a team, what is happening is you are spending so much time looking after that team that you cannot get yourself removed from the businesses. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you today is what life is like now and what you need to do to change your situation so that you can stop being the bottleneck in the business. Now, I totally understand where you're coming from. I've been running my consulting, my coaching firm now for about 12 years. And something really magic happened at the beginning of this year. And what happened was I removed myself from the business. Apart from marketing and apart from serving a few of my clients, I removed myself from the business. And it has completely changed my world. It's completely changed my time. It's completely changed my business. We have 130% increased our revenue this year because of this. And my whole mindset, the mind trash that I had around why I was the bottleneck and why I couldn't grow my business has completely been removed now. So let me just have a look at who's joining me. So if you are joining me live, hashtag live. If you are joining me on a replay, hashtag replay. Do shout out, let me know that you're here so that I know who I'm talking to, because that makes my life much easier. And if you have any questions, then please do ask me questions. But I'm going to dive on in and share with you what is happening. So let's just have a look at what your current situation is. Right now, this is you. Let's do this. Okay. So right now, this is you as the firm owner. Now, what we do when we start our accounting practice, hey Nicola, hey Tashir, how you doing? When we start our accounting practice, we take on clients. So let's just have a look at the way the business is. Okay, you take on client number 1, you take on client number 2, client number 3, client number 4, client number 5, client number 6, and so on and so on. Okay, and you get to the stage where you have probably charged too little for your services and you have probably given too much to these clients. So what happens is where at client number 1, you're all really excited and really happy about starting your accounting firm, by client number 15, you're overworked and underpaid. And you have nobody to help you. You do all the work yourself. You start work at 7 a.m. in the morning. Maybe if you've got children, you finish at 3 p.m. And then you start again at 8 o'clock and work till 12 o'clock. Okay? And it's exhausting, absolutely exhausting with the way that you run your firm. And you can't see the wood for the trees on how to get out of it because you are completely missing time. You are completely missing the fact that you have no way to have more time in your business to change your situation. Not only do you have no time, you also have no money because you've taken on clients and they pay you too little. Okay, so your situation is not one of ease. And what we have to do is make an absolute decision to change the way that you run your accounting firm and turn it into an accounting business that delivers accounting services. Okay, so at the moment you see that you are an accounting firm. What I want you to see is that you are a business that delivers accounting services. It's a huge mindset shift. You're no longer just doing accounts. What you're doing is running a business. Okay, so what does that look like? What does a business look like? If you were going to start your business from scratch, who would you employ and how would you run it? So first of all, we have the business owner. This is you at the top, okay? And you are the owner and you are the driving force. Okay? The next thing that we need to think about is, what hats do you wear as the driving force? Well, first of all, you have the hat of the technician. Okay, that's where you actually do the accounting work. The other thing that you do is you have the hat of admin person and accounts person. So you have to do your own work. You have to actually do your own accounts for your business. So you're the technician, you're doing the accounting work for other people, and you are the admin and accounting person for yourself. Now, there's one more thing that you are, and that is a sales and marketing person. However, you all forget this bit here, the sales and marketing, and you focus all your time on being the technician. Now, when you focus your time on being the technician, you're not running a business because you're not the driving force of the practice. You have literally just given yourself a job because you're just over broke. Now, that's if you're a sole practitioner. If you are a multi-firm business, there are lots of you at the top of the tree running your businesses. Okay, so let's just say it's a 4-partner firm. You all then have the same job. You are being a technician to some, if not all of your clients still. Okay, you are doing your own admin and looking after your staff, which, okay, so let's say you're a technician, say that's taking up 30% of your day. Say you're looking after your admin and your staff, and that's taking up maybe 60% of your day. And then finally, maybe you're doing some networking, which is taking up the final 10% of your day. But your day is still really long. It still starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you can be at work at 6 or 8 o'clock in the evening, especially during tax season. And what happens during tax season is the amount of time that you spend with your staff and the amount of time you spend being a technician goes up, and the amount of time that you spend doing sales and marketing goes down. Now, there are 3 big mistakes that you are making when it comes to running your accounting business or your business that provides accounting solutions. And the first big mistake is that you never ever remove yourself from being a technician. You think that that is what you should be doing. And if you want to run an accounting business, a business that delivers accounting services, you need to remove yourself from being a technician as quickly as possible. The next thing that you do is that you waste too much time trying to sort solutions to do with either your team or outsourcing. So you spend your time looking after your team, dealing with their mindset, dealing with the fact that maybe they're not doing things the way you want them to do. Maybe you are dealing with the fact that you are, you're dealing with the fact that they're sick, or that they need time off, or that their family is driving them nuts, or everything that's gone on with COVID. And this is really emotional. So being a technician is a very big head thing that you have to do. So this is heart stuff. Most of the problems that you have when it comes to outsourcing and using your team is all emotional problems. They're all heart problems. Technician is all head. This is all about time and getting stuff done. Okay? And then the third biggest mistake that you make is that you do not invest time and processes and systems to change this. Okay? So you spend all of your time in the what do I need to do circle. What do I need to do to fix this? And you go home and you're overwhelmed. At the end of the day, you're overwhelmed. At the end of the day, you're frustrated. At the end of the day, you're exhausted. At the end of the day, you're like, I've got a job, I'm just over broke, I don't have enough money to get myself out of this situation. At the end of the day, you're like annoyed with your vampire clients, and you're stressed. And you spend your whole time putting yourself in this circle going, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? And I used to be in your situation. I totally get it, because like you, I was coaching people, I was helping people, I was trying to fix their problems, I was doing the admin in my business, I was trying to fit in sales and marketing at the same time. I was being everything. I had all of these hats. Let's go back to the hats. Okay, so I was the owner, but I was also the technician doing the work. I was also doing the admin and the accounts. I was also doing the sales and marketing. So I had all these different hats. Okay, and it was exhausting. So what we need to understand is that there is a solution, and it's not a what do I need to do, It is a who can help me. And you need to get help much, much faster than you think. Your first hire does not need to be not another accountant. Because if you get another accountant, all they can do, let's go back to what life is like at the beginning. If you get another accountant, all they do is they then start to get their own clients that they look after. Okay, and you end up still working 7 o'clock till 12 o'clock with a gap in the middle to look after your children, and they end up working 9 till 5, overworked and stressed, and then on top of that you have to look after them. So this is where the emotion comes in, where you're exhausted because you're looking after your team, you're frustrated because they're not doing it in the way that you want to, and you've just compounded your stress because you've hired another technician. And you haven't grown a business, you have just grown a firm that does accounts and only accounts. So all you've done is you've given yourself a job, and then you've given your team member a job, and you're not working to grow a business, you're just creating a lot of stuff you need to do every single day. And again, you're not charging enough, so you're charging too little, so your money is too little, and your stress is too high. So when you do who can help, your first hire is not another accountant. It is someone that takes away the pain. And the pain is not doing the accounts. The pain is making sure that you are systemized, that you have processes in place, okay, and that you are out there building your practice. Okay, if you are out there getting better clients, okay, if you have time to go out and do marketing and sales, the quality of clients goes up. Okay, and when the quality of clients goes up, your time goes down. Okay, and when the quality of clients goes up and your time goes down, your stress goes down. So time, stress, and your enjoyment goes up. And so does your profits, actually, profits and revenue. Okay, I'm not talking about profits and revenue here, I'm talking about the emotional side of running your business. So the first person that you need to get actually is the equivalent of my Claire. So I have a Claire, oh my gosh, she has changed my world. So you've got me at the top of the business, okay? Then at the top of the business, we then normally go down into, so we've got delivery, which for you would be accounting, for me would be my coaching, running my momentum program, all that kind of thing. Okay, then we've got the admin and accounts. All right, and then we have sales and marketing. All right, so we've got delivery, we've got admin and accounts, and sales and marketing. So as the firm owner right now, you are spending your time on delivery, the admin and accounts, the sales and marketing, and you're super stressed. What we need to do is stop you from doing that and have a barrier. And I have a barrier between delivery, admin and accounts, sales and marketing. So what happens just here, and this is the exciting bit, just here, we add in a certain person. And that person you could call an integrator. You could call them your right-hand man. You can call them your CEO, whatever it is. My integrator is a lady called Claire. And I do not talk to my admin team. I don't talk to anyone in accounts, okay? I do not talk to my team that run my sales and marketing. So I produce these videos, but then they are the ones that make sure that it goes out on YouTube. They're the ones that my emails get written. They're the ones that do all of that. I do not do that. I don't even speak to them because I have a Claire. And Claire does all of the liaising. Now, another thing as well. So when it comes to delivery, okay, when it comes to delivery, I make sure that I show up for my clients and I have client facing time. So I'm in the Momentum program at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday, and at 4 o'clock on a Thursday, we have the Momentum Q&A calls. I show up for those. I show up to make sure that if I have one-on-one coaching clients, although I don't have as many of those on purpose, okay, because I free up my time, I don't have as many of those as I used to, I would show up for them. However, what I don't do is show up for emails. Whoops, let me go back. Emails. So most people say, oh, at the end of the day, I want to have inbox zero. Okay, and they go through, and you might have 100 emails, and you go through those 100 emails, and you're like, I'm not going to answer those emails, or, or I am going to answer that. I'm going to get rid of that one. And most people try and work out how to have inbox zero. Do you know what I have? I have zero inbox. So I don't look at my inbox. So if my clients get in touch with me, or if a meeting needs to be arranged, that's Claire. Now, Claire doesn't necessarily have to do it, but she has to find the person in admin and direct them. So I say to her quite quickly, Claire, can you just go and organize and make sure that Adam's booked in for next week? That's it. That's done. I've passed that across, and miraculously in my Google Calendar, Adam gets put in. I don't have to write the email. I don't have to worry about what it is that I say. I don't have to do the backwards and forwards to try and find the time. I am emotionally taken away from that. Okay, so I don't deal with client emails. If there are questions in the Facebook group, so those in my Momentum program or the Content Lounge, if there's questions in the Facebook group, I set aside time to go in and look at those questions every single day, but I class that as part of delivery. So that is scheduled. So when my clients want to hear from me, they know that they will hear from me in the Facebook groups. I've taken my clients into a certain place. If anything happens, if they send me an email outside of where I want them to do it, Claire jumps in. All right, Claire is the integrator. She looks after everyone. She tells me what to do in the regards to sales and marketing, in regards to making sure the admin team. I employ people that I hardly know. Like, she has decided who is going to be on our admin team, who's going to help us with sales and marketing. She comes to me and says, I think this is a good fit. And I go, that's absolutely fine. I have decided to take myself out of the business decision-making process with this and trust her explicitly. Okay, and having this integrator is what you need to have in your accounting firm. And Nicola says, how do we afford this, and how do you job spec it, and how does Claire not get super stressed about it all in the same way? So Claire doesn't get super stressed because her job is to make sure that she looks after these people. So she doesn't do the actions. She basically has a load of to-dos, and she goes, right, I'll make sure that Celine and Nathalie do that. I'll make sure that Stephanie looks at this. I'll make sure that Matthew does this and gets that website built. I'll make sure they do that. And then all I do is once every 2 weeks, I have a meeting with Claire that lasts about 2 hours. And I go, this has been on my mind. Can you just let me know it's moving forward? This has been on my mind. Can you let me? And I don't worry about it other than that, because I trust Claire to do this for me. Now, I was fortunate that I found my Claire. Actually, my Claire found me. Her husband reached out to me and wanted to offer his services. And I was like, actually, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for an integrator. And he was like, oh, my wife does that. We had a meeting and she was a really great fit. And I've been very, very lucky with that. Nicola says, how do we afford this? And how do you job spec it? So when Claire first started working with me, Nicola, we worked on about an hour or two a day, and I paid her by the hour. It became very, very clear that the more time that Claire spent helping me, the more time I was freed up to do the sales and marketing. So you will notice that in the past 6 to 8 months since I've had Claire, I have been doing more webinars. I've been showing up live more often. My sales have gone from a couple a week to 2 a day, okay? All because I have a Claire. So the thing is not about how can I afford this? How can I find 50K a year to pay my integrator? It's what can I get my integrator to do for 1 or 2 hours a day that frees me up enough time to make enough money to then have that integrator full time and take away all of these things. Because unless you really, really want to do accounting work, you need to remove yourself from doing accounting work. because all you're doing is being an accountant. You're not running a business that delivers accounting services. Okay, so this is where we have to get our head around. Nicola, does that answer your question? It's like 1 or 2 hours a day, and then eventually they become full-time. The moment I realized that Claire freed up my time so much that I could go out and get more clients, better clients, make more money, it was a no-brainer to keep paying her. And just a little thing is I pay her more than I pay me. All right, so how does Claire not become super stressed? She also has a different mindset to me. And a different way of doing things. So I'm a quick starter. So I have all these ideas, I want to do it, but I just don't follow through. Claire is not the ideas person. Claire, that's my job, to come up with the ideas. Claire's job is to be the person that closes that loop and makes sure everything gets done. So she is a deliverables person. She's the one that runs Basecamp, which is our project management system. She's the one that when she first arrived, she used to run Slack. I hate Slack, I never went into it. She knows how to use my newsletter database. So I have no idea how to use lots of different things in my business because Claire knows how to do it. And if she doesn't know how to do it, she doesn't need to know how to do everything. She then gets one of the team to understand. The other thing that we do, okay, is we need to make sure that we have standard operating procedures. So I call them SOPs. It drives my team mad, but I'm like, for example, even things like reaching out and connecting with people on LinkedIn, I make sure that we have a standard operating procedure for that. Okay, so let's just have a look at what happens when you have the integrator. Before you have the integrator, it's what do I need to do today? It's I'm overwhelmed, I'm frustrated, I'm exhausted, I've got all this work to do for clients. I also have Amanda telling me that I need to record a video today and that I need to connect with people on LinkedIn. I need to do sales and marketing. And she's, I watch her every single day and she's nagging me to do all of this work, all of this sales and marketing, but I'm too busy in the business. And you spend your life going, what do I need to do to free up my time? What I want you to do is change to who can help me free up my time? Who can actually take away the pain? Who can systemize my business? Who can get processes in place? Who can ensure that I have zero inbox, not inbox zero? That's pretty amazing when you don't even have to check your inbox. Okay, your quality of time goes up, your quality of clients goes up, you make so much more money, your profits go up, and it can start with as little as 1 to 2 hours a day. So instead of your business looking like this, which is really stressful, let me go back here. This is what you do. You get 15 clients and you hire another accountant. They have 15 clients, then you hire another accountant, and all of a sudden, all you're doing is creating lots of mini yous, overworked and underpaid. You do this, okay? So you get to the stage where you're like, right, I'm working, I have a few hours, I need to get an integrator so that I can then take all of the admin off my plate. The first thing that she has to do is take off the admin so that you're freed up to do some sales and marketing to get better clients. Once you're freed up and you're getting better clients, then you go, I need an accountant. You get Claire to do as much of that legwork as possible to get your first accountant to help you. And then when it comes to making the decision, your Claire can say, right, here's 3 people that I think we should move forward with. So your decision isn't, I've got 50 applications, it's I've got 3 people that I need to make a decision on, and your Claire has spoken to them. Okay, now it doesn't happen overnight with trust. I was very, very lucky that Claire and I clicked straight away and that I could trust her and her deliveries were great. So within 2 months, she went from being someone who was helping me to this lady is a linchpin in my business. All right, but having this integrator will completely transform the way you approach running your business, and you stop being an accountant and you run a business that delivers accounting services. Completely transforms everything. Let me know in the chat box what have been some takeaways from this training. It's been quite long, so my live has been a bit longer today. So Monica says, would the integrator come to the office every day for those 1 to 2 hours? No, all done remotely. We use Basecamp to put all our projects in. We use Slack to communicate quickly. We use FaceTime for face-to-face conversations. Okay, so I use FaceTime for face-to-face. So I might send her a message on Slack and go, are you free? I've got an idea. And she'll go, yes, give me 2 minutes, or she'll phone me on FaceTime. We have our Zoom meetings. We did have our bi-weekly meetings face-to-face for a while until we went back into lockdown where we couldn't meet face-to-face. Those meetings are much, much better face-to-face, and I'm very fortunate that she travels down to see me. It takes her a couple of hours. However, our in-between meetings are happening on Zoom. Now, here's another thing that I need to share with you as well. So Claire runs twice a week a huddle, okay? And it's a team huddle, and she gets every single Monday and Thursday, she gets the team. Sometimes I show up and say hello, but the majority of the time she gets the team to say on a Monday, what is it that they're doing, what their plans are for that day, how they've moved forward, if there's any questions. And on a Thursday morning at 8:30, she does this. She gets the team. So twice a week, she runs team meetings. So any questions that they have, if they haven't messaged her on Slack, they then will bring up in that team meeting. So that Thursday huddle and that Monday huddle is what enables communication between her and our admin team and our sales and marketing team and those that help me with delivery. So we also have suppliers that do a lot of the grunt work for us and look after our marketing, sales, creating workbooks, all that kind of thing, and do that for us. Okay, so takeaway, I need an integrator big time. Yeah, and you need a mindset shift, because at the moment you're running an accounting business, so a business that does you're an accountant basically. You still see yourself with the accountant hat on, and that's what you do. You need to see yourself as a business owner that actually delivers accounting services through people that work for you, having the integrator that stops you from being bombarded. And I have halved my hours. I have huge profit increase this year, and when I took on Claire, I could not afford her, but I knew that it wasn't that I couldn't afford her financially. I couldn't afford not to have her because of the stress and the pain that she took away from me, that would then free up, that very quickly she would make me money or give me the opportunity for me to make money, because I didn't have all of that stress. So that's where you need to be thinking at, is you at the top of the tree. You're the person that people see online. You are the head of your business. Then you have an integrator who might get paid more than you because she or he is so valuable. And then that integrator is the barrier that stops you from having to worry about delivery, stops you from having conversations or around admin and doing the accounts, and stops you worrying too much about sales and marketing. Hetty says, I'd like to get to this stage. I've just changed my goals for 2021. Yeah, I do sometimes give problems, but Hetty, all it is literally a mindset shift, okay? And if you've got any questions around it, mine to new life, 2021 changes, absolutely. Okay, so if you've got any questions about it, let me know. I'm here to help you. This is something that we're going to be introducing into our Momentum program next year. So Momentum is changing, and we're adding in a few things, because as my clients have gone through it, they've hit their financial goals, and I've given them other problems, like how to actually grow their business because they've got great clients. So we're going to be adding into the Momentum program things like this. So whether or not you want to see getting clients as a focus, or you want to get this integrator, you want to hire someone, you want to get yourself out of the business, this is something that we will be helping with next year. If you would like some details on Momentum, and take advantage, I know this is really cheeky, but take advantage of the fact that, you know, the Momentum program is going to increase in price next year because it is quadrupling, if not more, in value. If you want to get in, so if you join Momentum today, you'll get the new program next year anyway. If you want to get in and make the most of that, then send me a message with the word Momentum, and we will get you all the details. All right, I'll catch up with you all very soon. Enjoy your day. I hope that this has given you some food for thought. If you're watching this live, then you're watching this just before we break up for Christmas. It's the week before we break up for Christmas. This will change your life in 2021 if you integrate it into your business. Haha, did you see the pun there? Get yourself an integrator. She will change your life. He will change your life. Start with 1 or 2 hours a day. Okay, build them up. Get yourself out of the business and get them in the business, and you will. Less stress, more profits, more fun, which is really important, more meaning, and have an amazing life. All right, have a great day. I'll catch up with you.